My first tattoo was a cross, and it has my last name that goes through the cross as well. I'm actually in the process of lasering that off. I have massive respect for religion and religious beliefs, but for me personally, I just kind of steered away from it, and I feel a bit hypocritical having it on my skin now. I'm Mitchell Duke, and this is the story of my ink. It was tough, telling my parents that as well, because obviously I've come up through a Catholic family, went through a Catholic school, so probably people are like, how do you not believe in religion or anything anymore? It's like, that's just me personally, and I know there's a few people like that. In certain aspects of religion, I think it's amazing when people are grieving. Religion can help people through tough times with certain beliefs, and when people pass away and they like with heaven and things like that, where they're in a better place. I really respect that. But for me personally, certain stories of the Bible, I think I'm too logically inclined to believe it anymore. I believe in love pretty much being my religion, like just being a nice person and living a good life in that sense. And I think you do live once, and I think you go around once, so you make that as good as you can. You be as nice a person as you can, and hopefully you get that in return. I kind of thought about a word about getting tattooed on my skin, and that was the main word I could come up with for me that kind of explains how I go about what I do. It just says passion. I was supposed to have a little soccer ball there as well, but the rib tattoos was a bit too painful, so I actually gave up on getting the soccer ball there. If anyone ever asks me about it, that's pretty much what I say, and it just speaks for itself. I'm a very passionate person. I put everything out on the pitch when I play. Outside of football, I'm quite a passionate, heart on my sleeve kind of person. It's kind of a nice little motto that I like to live by. I think if you don't do anything with passion, then why are you kind of doing it, with your work or anything like that in life? I've got a little tattoo here as well that says my son's name, Jackson. I just like to look down on it because I like to see him as a main part of my motivation of what I'm doing for my football. Once I started my family, I had a new mindset. You kind of realise you want to set up a life for your little man and your family, and you start thinking about life after football and things like that. So I think that kind of became my main priority, and if I have another one, I'll get him or her tattooed on me as well, because family is such an important thing for me. I always wanted a sleeve tattoo, and so I just kind of searched just random things, just art design, sleeve tattoos and things like that. I think mythical creatures and things like that, this is a phoenix, and I just love the design of it. And my cousin actually did the tattoo as well. He actually free drew this on my skin, so I was quite anxious to see how it was going to turn out. I was a bit paranoid. Obviously it's tattoo on your skin, it's a massive thing as well, so when he started free drawing it, it literally looked like a bit of coloured texture on there. I was like, this is my favourite one. I love the design, and I love summer, especially when I can just pull it out and just wear a singlet. It was quite interesting being tattooed living in Japan, because in Japan tattoos are quite frowned upon. It's linked with Yakuza and crime. Some of the boys would be doing recoveries in the hotel at an onsen in the spas, and I couldn't do it, or I'd have to take myself up and cover it up, and I was just not bothered for it. If you're for them, go for it. I think you just make sure that you're set with what you do. Things change in your life, so you want to kind of make sure that what you're putting on your skin, you're committed to. Going to cover that up with a different tattoo, different design that I like. So a few more laser sessions, which absolutely kill. Lasers literally only a minute and a half, but 10 times worse than a tattoo. I could be tattooed all day in that section, but the lasers, yeah, brutal.